Valley and Gregson. Some contact with the 25 of Peters. And Gregson goes around.
And we're wrecking.
And they're wrecking at Talladega.
And Peters,
for the 11th time in his career,
had some good momentum to the back of Gregson and just hit him off center, and around went the 18.
And it just doesn't take much, and you could just feel, you know, the energy building as we got there towards those last couple laps, really last 6 or 7 laps there, and these guys just all started pushing and shoving, and you see Peters go up there, and Gregson went to block him. I mean, he was trying to win the race and wound up getting himself crashed, but there's no fault of his. I mean, he was doing what he had to do to try to win, and he had to block.
Just once, it was the first race run here back in 2006. Mark Martin took it to victory lane. Oh, contact, and around goes Todd Gilliland.
Hold your brake there. You okay, Todd?
And a big hit for the 4. Was running second. Watch what happened.
There's the bump, trying to get to the inside.
Yeah, and a lot of times what happens right there, you know, you saw him get the 98.
The guy that wins this stage. Oh, and they're going to crash.
Bell and Moffitt contact, and the caution is out.
Couple involved, you can see right there. Maybe that's why Matt Crafton dove out of that pack.
Daniel Suarez for the lead. Can he get around Matt Crafton?
And which way will Christopher Bell go?
Big crash, heavy hit for Crafton. Caution is out. Suarez and Crafton both battling for the lead, and they are torn up.
Is he going to make a little contact? He does with Suarez.
So Bell gets into the back end of his own teammate, Daniel Suarez, and that's what knocked Suarez into the 88 of Matt Crafton.
In 7 prior starts. Look out! He'll spin, Mike Wallace, and he's up and over. Wallace gets back on all 4s. The 38 of Leffler is also involved. The race is going to end under caution. See a lot of people with run. You can see Mike Wallace having a big run here, getting a push from Elliott Sadler. That's where it's all going to start, as he tried to make a move. Boy, and then he gets airborne.
The caution does not come out right away here. It goes just a little bit longer before it does come out.
Yeah, the 18 was in front at that moment.
Down the backstretch, the field, 2x2 for 5th, and a big wreck. The 88 gets caught up in Carson Quapple. The caution comes out. That will end the race. Upside down and over. Goes to 28. So Kyle Sieg back on his wheels.
3 wide down the back straightaway. Like somebody got in the right rear of Quaffle, and that just piled everybody up. Sieg upside down into the wall.
Wow, and a long slide all the way down to the grass and then flipped back over. Fortunately,
just going by Noah. A little bit of contact on with the right front fender. Car turned sideways and just flipped in the air. That is, quite honestly, that's just not acceptable. There's no way that a car, when it turns like that, should get up in the air that easily. There has been millions of dollars and hours of time spent to prevent that from happening. That's going to catch everybody by surprise.
These closing 8 laps coming up.
Oh, they got together at 3.
Whoa! McDowell goes up high. Larson is in it. Reddick's in it. Logano, Wallace, Haley.
That all started in turn 3. Tries to get to the outside, lifts right there, and still contact. And then, look at this.
Whoa. And Michael McDowell.
Who's going to try to make it 3 wide?
Whoa! Berry's gone, and he goes up
quickly, when it gets spun, contact, the two was getting pushed, and as soon as that car was pushing him, got turned around and went. This is what scared me, because Josh is hanging on his belts. He's not in his seat. He's hanging on his belt and has that frontal impact.
Everything that went right for the 34 to set his car back on the wheels didn't go right for Josh Berry, and I'm with you, Jeff. The flip is the first concern. But
see right there, there's the push. They all stacked up, the 8, the 20. Now, the one thing about that car, when it's sat down on the roof,
yes,
look at the integrity of the roof. It's sitting there really strong. That's something this car is really good at. The older car, that roof would collapse. This car is much stronger. This is two weeks in a row, Steve, with cars in the air.
That I think I would want if I was a teammate, you know, with being door to door with my teammate Hamlin and Bell for this front.
He gets Bell into the wall.
Off of the front bumper,
Custer, and up in the air goes Ryan Preece, and for the second time in his career, he is flipping at Daytona. An incredible camera work by our Fox crew.
I'm so glad to see that window net down and him be able to get out of that thing. Whew, that's scary.
It's unbelievable what it looks like when these cars get caught by the air like that. And I'm with you, Clint. I've never seen one take off like with a wheelie like that. But they just flip around like they don't weigh 3,600 pounds.
Well, nothing weighs that much at 186 miles an hour.
Saw the airbox just blow away.
Back down, they block. The 60 goes around. Briscoe hard into the wall.
this is going to show you just how hard this impact was.
Oh, it's out of the walls. You want to be able to have access for personnel, safety personnel, to quickly get to the drivers, but you can see that access point creates a bad point of impact. Safer barrier doing a great job, but it's just that angle of impact that's so bad.
Trouble on the back straightaway. Reed Sorensen gets turned around and gets nailed by Travis Pastrana. Sorensen gets up in the air for a moment. Oh, and Pastrana takes a hellacious sledgehammer hit to the safer barrier. A crash for Reed Sorensen and Travis Pastrana on the back straightaway.
Oh my, it's almost the same thing we saw with Danica Patrick.
Controlled tire for the 70, and around goes the 21. Paul Menard up in the air, but he keeps it down on the wheels.
Seeming outside line. Looks like he gets turned by the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. Just a little hook there on the left rear quarter panel. Spins him down through the grass.
This race is going to continue to get more aggressive. As we wind into it, we're going to see more accidents, more pushing, more shoving.
You should just go by Junior, and there's trouble again. 3 to go on the stage.
My goodness.
And a major hit for Dexter Stacy. Blaine Perkins with huge damage. By the way, Dexter Stacy has also climbed from his race car.
So this is Blaine Perkins. You see he's going to get hit. The car's going to catch the air, land right here on the roof, and here comes the barrel roll.
Right when you get sideways like that, it starts to bite, and then off it goes. And at this point, you hope when it's up in the air that it doesn't land on the roof.
Look at the parts and pieces just coming off that race car as it barrel rolls down the back straightaway.
It's at 6-7 times I think I saw that car go around.
They're structurally sound, and they have repaired it with big one.
Oh my goodness. The 25 hit hard. That's Chris Cochran.
Gosh, that's a hard hit. Fun in racing right there.
This will really show it.
Watch this 3,400-pound race car just pitched around.
See what it did to that right front tire? About ripped.
Way to pit road now.
Oh, there you go. There's a
big rip, and there's a problem. Jimmy McMurray gets hit. Earnhardt gets into him. McMurray's going to get hit again.
We see that so many times.
Way up on the racetrack, and the 77, I think, has no idea the one is pitting or just can't tell cars that were pitting. So look, he's above the double yellow line. Look at the cars that have already pulled down. Well, Jamie McMurray is a lane and a half on the racing surface. I don't think Kyle Busch has any intention to come to pit road, and Eric Jones, I don't think he has any intention as well. I mean, the damage on the 77 is unbelievable. I'm not sure even he can finish.